Have you ever wondered what happens to your body and brain when you experience heartbreak? It's a question that may have crossed your mind in the midst of a sorrowful farewell or the aftermath of a painful breakup. Heartbreak, a form of emotional distress, isn't merely a poetic metaphor, it's an intricate interplay between your body and brain, marked by a cascade of biological responses. When the melancholy of heartbreak descends, your body responds in kind. It's not just your heart that's aching. A series of hormones and neurotransmitters, those tiny chemical messengers in your body, come into play. They are the unsung heroes and villains in your tale of love and loss, regulating both your physical and emotional well-being. As your heart aches, your body initiates what we call the stress response. It's a complex physiological reaction, a symphony of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Cortisol, a hard-working hormone from the adrenal glands, takes up the task of regulating your metabolism and immune function. All the while, adrenaline takes a leap from the adrenal medulla, stirring up the sympathetic nervous system and conducting the fight-or-flight response. This response is like a high-octane fuel for your body, resulting in a heightened heart rate, shallow breathing, and increased blood pressure, all in preparation to face the perceived threats of your emotional turmoil. In the grand theatre of social bonding, the hormone oxytocin often steals the show. Fondly referred to as the love hormone, oxytocin has a crucial role in fostering social connections and emotional attachments. A bout of heartbreak may cause a dip in oxytocin levels, leaving a void in your social and emotional world. The neurotransmitters, serotonin and dopamine, key players in mood regulation and the brain's reward system, also make their mark. A breakup can shake up the delicate balance of serotonin, leading to waves of sadness and possibly even depression. Similarly, the lack of rewards that once came with the relationship can result in a drop in dopamine levels, giving rise to feelings of withdrawal and a low mood. So as you can see, heartbreak is more than just an emotional experience, it's a complex physiological reaction. What happens when we confront emotional turmoil like heartbreak? At the heart of this distress, our body initiates the stress response, a complex physiological reaction that's as intricate as the emotions themselves. This reaction begins with the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Imagine cortisol as a backstage manager, regulating the body's metabolism and immune function, ensuring everything runs smoothly even when the show on stage is chaotic. Originating from the adrenal glands, this glucocorticoid hormone helps the body manage the stress of heartbreak. Simultaneously, adrenaline, or as some may know it, epinephrine, surges forth from the adrenal medulla. This hormone takes on the role of a conductor, orchestrating the symphony of the fight-or-flight response. It's like an alarm bell that triggers the sympathetic nervous system, preparing the body for action. This symphony of stress response exhibits itself through symptoms that are all too familiar. The heart races, pounding like a drum in your chest. Breathing becomes shallow and rapid, as if you can't draw enough air into your lungs. Blood pressure rises, a silent echo of the turmoil within. All these changes prepare the body to face the perceived threats, to either stand and fight or take flight. And what is this threat we perceive? It's the emotional pain, the loss, the heartbreak. Our body doesn't differentiate between physical and emotional danger. It reacts to protect us, to help us survive. This is the body's way of saying, I've got your back, even when your heart is breaking. The stress response is a testament to the intricate interplay between our emotions and our biology. It's a complex dance guided by hormones and neurotransmitters, a dance that shapes our experience of emotional distress. So when heartbreak strikes and you feel your heart pounding, your breath hitching, remember your body is responding, doing what it can to protect you. It's a tangible physiological echo of your emotional state. It's you experiencing, reacting, surviving. In essence, our body prepares itself to address perceived threats when we experience heartbreak. Ever heard of the love hormone? This affectionate nickname is given to oxytocin, a hormone that plays a key role in social bonding. It helps us form and maintain emotional connections with others, fostering feelings of trust, empathy, and closeness. When you're in love, oxytocin levels typically soar, enhancing the bond between you and your partner. But what happens when heartbreak enters the picture? It can lead to a decrease in this so-called love hormone. The result? Our social connections and emotional attachments can take a hit. The sense of closeness and trust we once felt may fade, leaving us feeling more isolated and detached. This change in oxytocin levels doesn't just affect our relationships, it can also impact our overall mood and well-being. It's a stark reminder of how deeply our emotions are intertwined with our biology. So, heartbreak can, in a way, affect our ability to connect and bond with others. What about other chemicals in our brain? Do they play a part in heartbreak? Indeed, they do. Among the many players in this intricate dance of heartbreak are neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. These two are key performers in the grand ballet of our emotions, with starring roles in mood regulation and the brain's reward system. Let's start with serotonin. It's often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter because it contributes significantly to feelings of well-being and happiness. It helps regulate our moods, control our appetites, and even impacts our sleep cycles. But when we experience a breakup, the balance of serotonin can be disrupted. This can lead to feelings of sadness and, in some cases, depression. It's like the music conductor suddenly leaving the orchestra pit, throwing the symphony into disarray. And then there's dopamine, the reward neurotransmitter. It's released when we experience something pleasurable, like a warm hug or a bite of our favorite dessert. In the context of a relationship, dopamine levels can spike during moments of intimacy or shared joy. When that relationship ends, the absence of these dopamine-triggering experiences can lead to withdrawal symptoms and a general low mood. It's as if the applause and cheers that once filled the theater have suddenly gone silent. These neurotransmitters don't operate in isolation, though. They're part of a complex network, interacting with other hormones and neurotransmitters to regulate our emotional responses. So, when heartbreak strikes, it's not just a single neurotransmitter going out of balance. It's a cascade of chemical reactions, a ripple effect that can disrupt the entire emotional ecosystem of the brain. Heartbreak then can significantly disrupt the delicate balance of chemicals in our brain. It's a profound example of how our emotional experiences are deeply intertwined with our biology. But remember, while this chemical chaos may contribute to the pain of heartbreak, it's also a testament to our capacity for deep emotional connections and the resilience of the human spirit. What does anxiety have to do with heartbreak, you may ask? Well, it's all about the hormone and neurotransmitter norepinephrine. In the midst of emotional turmoil, such as heartbreak, your body kicks into high gear, activating the fight or flight response. This response is largely orchestrated by the surge of norepinephrine in your system. Think of norepinephrine as the alarm bell of your body. When it rings, it ramps up your heart rate, dilates your pupils, and heightens your state of alertness. Essentially, it prepares your body for action. But during heartbreak, there's no physical threat to confront or run from, leaving this heightened state of alertness to simmer within you. This can intensify feelings of anxiety, making your heartbreak experience even more distressing. So, while the ache of heartbreak is often perceived as purely emotional, it's clear that our body's biological responses play a significant role in shaping this experience. Anxiety, it seems, is an integral part of the heartbreak experience. What happens in the brain during a heartbreak? This is a question we've all asked ourselves at some point, isn't it? Well, the answer lies in the activity of certain crucial regions in our brains. Think of the prefrontal cortex, the amygdala, and the hippocampus. These areas are not just parts of the brain, they are the epicenters of our emotional world. When heartbreak strikes, it's these regions that bear the brunt. The prefrontal cortex acts as our decision-making center. It's the part of the brain that lets us weigh pros and cons, evaluate situations, and make rational choices. But during heartbreak, its function can be compromised. The emotional turmoil can cloud our judgment, making it difficult to think clearly or make sound decisions. Then there's the amygdala, our emotional response center. It's responsible for triggering feelings of fear, anger, and sadness. In the throes of heartbreak, the amygdala can go into overdrive, intensifying these emotions. It's like a fire alarm that won't stop ringing, keeping us in a state of heightened emotional sensitivity. And let's not forget the hippocampus, the memory hub of our brain. It's the keeper of all our shared experiences, moments, and memories with the person we've lost. During heartbreak, these memories can become more vivid, replaying themselves over and over like a movie on loop. It's the hippocampus that makes us relive the happiness of the past, contrasting it with the pain of the present. But it's not all doom and gloom. The brain, in its remarkable resilience, also initiates processes to heal and recover. It's a slow journey, but with each passing day, the activity in these brain regions begins to normalize, helping us regain our emotional balance. So, while heartbreak is undoubtedly painful, it's also a testament to the incredible complexity and adaptability of our brains. It shows us how deeply our emotions are intertwined with our biology, how love and loss can leave tangible imprints on our neural pathways. Heartbreak, then, leaves a profound impact on our brain activity. How can we pursue emotional relief during heartbreak? Let's delve into the fascinating world of endorphins, our body's natural painkillers and mood enhancers. These potent chemicals, released in response to stress or discomfort, are known for their capacity to induce feelings of pleasure, reduce pain, and promote a sense of well-being. They're often the reason behind the so-called runner's high, that euphoric feeling some people get after a good workout. Now, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with heartbreak? Well, amid the emotional turmoil, the activation of endorphins through activities like exercise can be a lifeline. It's a way for us to harness our body's innate coping mechanisms, providing not just a physical release, but also an emotional one. The act of moving our bodies, whether it's a brisk walk in the park, a sweaty session at the gym, or a peaceful yoga routine, can stimulate endorphin release. This can help to counterbalance the storm of hormones and neurotransmitters we've been discussing, offering a natural and healthy form of relief. But it's not just about the endorphins. There's something empowering about taking control, about actively doing something to alleviate our suffering. It's a testament to our resilience, a reminder that we have the capacity to heal and to grow, even from the most profound pain. Understanding these biological mechanisms can provide us with valuable insights into the mind-body connection during times of emotional distress. It illuminates the profound interplay between our physical selves and our emotional experiences. It highlights the importance of taking care of not just our hearts, but also our bodies and our minds. In this journey of healing, remember, it's okay to reach out for support. Friends, family, or mental health professionals can provide comfort, understanding, and guidance. They can help us navigate the intricate dance of emotions and biology that is heartbreak. In seeking relief, we are not just mending our hearts, but also our body and brain. How do we navigate through heartbreak? It's a question we often ask ourselves when we are in the throes of emotional distress. The pain of heartbreak can feel insurmountable, like a mountain that's too steep to climb. But remember, every mountain has a path to the top, and with the right support, we can find our way. When we are dealing with heartbreak, it's important to remember that the feelings we are experiencing are a normal part of the human experience. They are the result of intricate interplays between the body and the brain, influenced by a cascade of hormones and neurotransmitters that regulate both our physical and emotional well-being. In these times of emotional turmoil, the support we receive from others becomes crucial. Friends and family can provide a comforting presence, reminding us that we are not alone. They can offer a listening ear, a shoulder to lean on, and words of encouragement that can help us navigate the stormy seas of heartbreak. But sometimes our friends and family might not be enough. In such instances, seeking help from a mental health professional can be incredibly beneficial. They can provide a safe space for us to express our feelings and offer guidance on how to manage the emotional distress we're experiencing. Therapists can help us understand the biological mechanisms at play during heartbreak, providing insight into how our bodies and brains are reacting. This understanding can be empowering, helping us to make sense of our feelings and ultimately aid in our healing process. In addition, engaging in activities that stimulate the release of endorphins, our body's natural mood enhancers, can also be helpful. This could be anything from taking a brisk walk, to dancing, to practicing yoga. Such activities not only serve as a distraction, but also help to relieve emotional pain by triggering the release of these feel-good hormones. Navigating heartbreak is not a journey that should be undertaken alone. It's a tough road, but with the right support and understanding, we can make it through. Remember, it's okay to seek help. You are not alone in this journey of heartbreak.